Hello, my name is Dr. Stahura, and I'm here at the Niagara Global Tourism Institute, where I serve as the Niagara Global Tourism Scholar and Director of Research. It's now June, and it's 2022, and we're starting our summer season, although it probably officially starts when classes get out in elementary and high school, which will be quickly approaching. I wanted to chat with you about some things that we are anticipating for the up-and-coming tourist season and some of the trends therein. To begin, I think, first of all, gasoline prices have to be acknowledged. In some parts of the country, California in particular, they're as high as $8 a gallon. Here in this area, they're not quite that steep, but it's not uncommon to have $5 and $6 a gallon. Clearly, that's going to be affecting people's ability to travel great distances, although I do think car travel is going to be a theme throughout the year. Secondly, flight problems. There's a great deal of uncertainty regarding flights. And obviously media attention has something to do with this as well, which is not to say that they can't or they shouldn't talk about flights being delayed or flights being canceled, but that is an issue. And when planning a trip and seeing things or hearing about people that are being delayed or canceled with respect to transportation in either direction, that becomes an issue. And I think as a result, the uncertainty is creating issues with respect to booking travel well ahead of time. Thirdly, cost of rooms. I think it's fair that the companies up to this point have suffered, and they're trying to make up some of the for lost time, and as a result, rooms are incredibly expensive in many parts of the country, particularly urban areas. Also, cost of meals. For a family of four to go out for lunch or for dinner is extremely costly. In fact, even for a couple to go out for lunch at a submarine place, for instance, if one were to go on vacation for 5 or 6 days, that would add up rather quickly, in addition to the aforementioned gasoline. So, other themes that are going to affect travel, in our opinion here at the Niagara Global Tourism Institute. People are back to work, and as a result of going back into the office, as many have, it gets to be interesting when one requests a week off or 2 weeks off when one's just returned to the office. So I think that might even affect some of the dynamics. Those who do plan to go on vacation, in terms of trends, I think outdoor activities, which we've talked about in the past, are going to continue. And it seems as if this is the first summer where sport clubs and AAA travel teams are in full swing. There have been a 2-year hiatus of sorts, and I think people with young athletes are wanting to get their kids back into training and all that entails. Internationally, China is being very conservative with their COVID protocols, and they're kind of locking the country in. As a result, the 1.4 billion people, not all of whom travel, but it is a large swath of the world's population, they will likely not be able to have access, or certainly fewer numbers. Here in Niagara Falls, we benefit from the Chinese tourism market tremendously, and we wouldn't expect to have the numbers that we have in the past. And the Chinese market also affects large segments of North America with respect to travel. The last and final thing that I'm going to say about COVID is it's lingering in people's minds, in a sense that when people are leaving the country, I think there is, as one has to plan for a return to the United States. And there are different protocols that are continuing to evolve when coming back to this country. So if one were to go to France, for instance, it may be that the protocols change when one is there, and a family of 4 or 5 a couple, if one were to become infected, that might alter their plans. And as a result, the idea of maybe putting it off for a year and going to Europe the following year might allow for things to stabilize, or at least for some of the uncertainty to be alleviated. So COVID, although not immediately affecting us, it's certainly lingering in the minds of those who are planning trips. I hope you've enjoyed our chat. If you have questions, please feel free to answer them or ask them in the comments section. And we look forward to chatting with you again soon on issues regarding tourism, both locally, regionally, and internationally. Hope you enjoyed our time together. Thank you.